Well, hello. Welcome to another episode. In this episode, we will be talking about a child will see a literal day in Genesis 1. But we ask that question, will a child actually see a literal 24-hour day just by reading Genesis 1? And my premise here is that a child won't see a literal 24-hour day in Genesis 1. Now, I'm not against young earth creationists. I'm not for old earth creationists. I'm just open to each and every argument as presented. Ken Hovind said that a child or a normal adult would see a literal 24-hour day in Genesis 1. Is this true? Now, right now, I'm raising my hand. You don't see my face, so you don't see it, but I was a child and a normal person who had never read the Bible before. I was raised an atheist. I really thought that a church was a government building where people got married and had funerals. And I remember vaguely knowing these terms, Catholic, Protestant. So I thought these must be state and county, or maybe state and federal. And I remember going to my first church uh, and asking, should we be here on a Sunday? Is it okay to be here on a Sunday? So I am that person that Kent Hovind said that I should see a 24-hour day in Genesis. Did I? Let's learn together.
The creation story, Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was formless and empty. Darkness was on the surface of the deep, and God's Spirit was hovering over the surface of the waters. God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw the light and saw that it was good. God divided the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. There was evening, and there was morning the first day. God said, "Let there be an expanse in the middle of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." God made the expanse and divided the waters which were under the expanse from the waters which were above the expanse. And it was so. God called the expanse sky. There was evening, and there was morning, a second day. God said, "Let the waters under the sky be gathered together to one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters he called seas. God saw that it was good. God said, "Let the earth yield grass, herbs yielding seeds, and fruit trees bearing fruit after their kind, with their seeds in it, on the earth." And it was so. The earth yielded grass, herbs yielding seed after their kind, and trees bearing fruit, with their seeds in it, after their kind. And God saw that it was good. There was evening, and there was morning, a third day. God said, "Let there be lights in the expanse of the sky to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs to mark seasons, days, and years. And let them be for lights in the expanse of the sky to give light on the earth." And it was so. God made the two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He also made the stars. God set them in the expanse of the sky to give light to the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. God saw that it was good. There was evening, and there was morning, a fourth day. God said, "Let the waters abound with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth in the open expanse of the sky." God created the large sea creatures and every living creature that moves, with which the waters swarmed after their kind, and every winged bird after its kind. God saw that it was good. God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let birds multiply on the earth." There was evening, and there was morning, a fifth day. God said, "Let the earth produce living creatures after their kind, livestock, creeping things, and animals of the earth after their kind." And it was so. God made the animals of the earth after their kind, and the livestock after their kind, and everything that creeps on the ground after its kind. God saw that it was good. God said, "Let's make man in our image, after our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the sky, and over the livestock, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth." God created man in his own image. In God's image he created him. Male and female he created them. God blessed them. God said to them, "Be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth, and subdue it. Have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the sky, and over every living thing that moves on the earth." God said, "Behold, I have given you every herb-yielding seed which is on the surface of all the earth, and every tree which bears fruit-yielding seed. It will be your food. To every animal of the earth, and to every bird of the sky, and to everything that creeps on the earth in which there is life, I have given every green herb for food." And it was so. God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. There was evening, and there was morning, a sixth day. May God add blessing to the reading of his word.
So I remember being a young person, and I remember reading this for the first time. And I remember this feeling of, this does not make sense. Now, it's only a vague feeling from a long time ago, so don't quote me exactly. But here is why I did not see a literal 24-hour day in Genesis. Let's just look at one of those passages, like Genesis 1:5. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. There was evening, and there was morning, the first day. So we had this phrase here. There was evening, and there was morning, the first day. So a child or a new Bible reader would think, I thought, well, when does the evening end? 12 midnight, right? When does the morning begin? around 6 a.m., right? So this day is 6 hours long. That's what I remember thinking vaguely. But a more astute reader might say, well, it does say evening and morning. So when does the evening end? 12 midnight, right? When does the morning end? 12 noon, right? So this day is 12 hours long. But you're thinking, why do they call it a day if it's only 12 hours long? Shouldn't they call this a half day? But I also know later, as I've studied, is the Hebrew word yom can mean this also, 12 hours. Interesting. An even more astute reader might think, well, the evening could be said to start at 6 p.m. The morning could end at 12 noon, right? So this day is 18 hours long. So which is it? 6 hours long? 12 hours long? 18 hours long? But there is no combination that would make it 24 hours long. Evening to morning? So in other words, 11:59 p.m. to 12 a.m., well, that takes 1 second. So that can't be what it means. So I would need a Hebrew guru to understand how the Hebrews calculated time. I just did not get this from the text itself. I don't think that any new reader would either. So I think this isn't the greatest argument for young Earth creationists. You need to understand more. So let's keep learning together. I'm so sleepy. Oh, it's time for our new modern expression, rise and shine. This is a call to wake up, get out of bed, and start your day. This comes from Isaiah chapter 60, verse 1. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and Yahweh's glory has risen on you. Rise and shine.